Hey, it's Rosemary here. Okay. So, a few days ago, I had a bit of a scare and ended up back in hospital for a few hours. Okay. It made me kind of think about you, the leader, making a new decision about who you choose to be, what you choose to do, what you choose to have. When you choose to step into that mandate, that calling on your life, you will experience scares at times. Okay. Just to kind of give you a background here, just in case you haven't been following my more recent story, I chose to enlarge my boobs and have a flatter tummy. And as I got fed up of, because I got fed up of being having this whole mummy tummy thing, and simply because I wanted to do it. So I did. So I took myself off to Turkey to get it done. And so far, I'm loving the results, man. Okay. However, not yesterday, it was a few days ago now, I had a scare. Okay, and this morning, whilst I was doing my whole journaling time, I saw the parallels between me and my scares and you and your scares. Okay, so maybe you've made, as I said, a decision to step into the work that you feel called to do. I took myself off to Turkey to get the work done because I felt the only difference between here and there was the price and the lack of English, and so I decided I was fine with those odds. Needless to say, it's not a decision that lots of people will like. They'll either see me as cavalier with my health. Is that the way you pronounce it? Cavalier. Yes, cavalier with my health. And maybe they're right, maybe they're wrong, but ultimately it is my choice, so therefore they are wrong. When you decide that you're going to leave your current station, whatever that is, and become the person you want to be, the leader called to impact millions and make millions, some will think you're stupid, some will think you're selfish, some will try to keep you in your place, and in your case, they are wrong too. Okay? And so, carrying on with my story. And then as I continued the process of healing, I had a wound that was kind of bleeding a little. Okay, and so I took myself off to my local surgery where the GP or my general practitioner is offering to pay for my care, of course. But hey, I live in the UK where healthcare is supposedly free. And yeah, supposedly. Anyway, however, I was grateful that I could just walk in and get the help. And in fact, I was dancing around thinking, I'm so blessed, man. Now, they took a look at it. They took off the dressings, took a look at it, got quite nervous because I mentioned that I'd gone off to Turkey to get things done. And this is it. Remember, you're always dealing with other people's judgments and perceptions when you start to tell them your plans of what you intend to make happen. And so in my case, they sent me off to accident and emergency. And at this point, I start to second guess myself. Did I make the wrong choice? Was I too cavalier? Maybe this is punishment for thinking that I could just choose to be or do whatever I want to do, you know? Maybe. And yes, you too will go through all of that in your head as well as you wait for the fruition of what you've decided you want in your life. People will come with their opinions, which they are willing to share like candy. They'll try to make you doubt yourself, and sometimes it's not even intentional. They don't mean to hurt you. They actually mean well. They don't mean to hurt your confidence, okay? But they will if you let them. But thankfully, I've developed fairly bulletproof confidence in myself and my relationship with spirit as well, so that I know that wherever there is doubt, then something is wrong. So as much as I took myself off to hospital, there was a part of me that knew the initial decision that I made was absolutely right and fine for me. But this current part of my path was just one of the obstacles in the journey to what I wanted, okay? So I considered the worst case scenario here. If I was infected like they were suggesting that I might be, then I'd just return to Turkey immediately. It's just money and a flight after all. And I'd get the implant removed temporarily until the infection clears, and then I'd have it put back in. That's it. It'd be an annoying detour on the path, but it's absolutely something that I can do. Okay? For you, whatever weird detour happens on your narrow path, don't allow yourself to doubt the initial decision, the initial mandate, the initial calling. There will always be some kind of test, some kind of nonsense on your path. That doesn't mean that the calling on your life is wrong or that you got it wrong or any of that stuff. Just consider worst case scenario. Right now, you're just facing an obstacle. Consider the worst case scenario of this obstacle. Realize at that point that you are able to handle it, and then you keep moving forward. That is it. So ultimately, I get to accident and emergency. I check myself in. I wait around a bit for it to be seen. I get seen by a doctor who is fairly helpful. Okay, he checks my wounds, takes my blood to make sure there's no infection. But then, as is usually the case with the lovely NHS, I end up waiting another like 2 to 3 hours because he feels that I must be seen by the surgical team who are not available. There are no beds or something. I don't know. And so I'm sitting there, getting weaker and weaker, I have to say, because I haven't eaten anything. I'm reminded about how when people are uncertain about the way that you've done things, okay, they do kind of slightly overreact to prove that maybe you've made the wrong choice or to cover their backs, or maybe they're trying to look out for you, whatever. And I suppose if I was anyone, But me, I would have sat there all worried about it, maybe feeling guilty a little bit as well. But I'm me. And I tend to kind of keep my head when people are telling me what I should think about any aspect of my life, whether it's my health or the health of my family, okay? I accept nothing without question, and I made the decision finally to just discharge myself after getting some antibiotics and getting the whole wound redressed, okay? Now, at the same time, of course, I was talking to my Turkish surgeon, and he confirmed my suspicion that really there was nothing wrong. I'd maybe knocked the wound either with my princesses trying to give me a hug, or by me attempting to sleep on the healing side. So ultimately, I knew that the people in the NHS, the doctor, was kind of overcompensating because it was unknown to him, and he wanted to make sure everything was okay. I know, but then sometimes people go overboard because they don't want me to come back and sue them or something. And I'd done something that, they would tell most people not to do, and I'd done it anyway, against what they would wish. And now there was also a kind of slight air of punishment in the air that, oh yeah, well, you did this stupid thing, so now you got to bear the consequences, and I'm going to make sure you do. And it's like, I'm not having that, okay? No one gets to make me feel guilty or in fear of punishment for making my own decisions about my body or my life, okay? If they're more knowledgeable than I am, then yeah, I'll listen into their opinion, but ultimately I have to take full responsibility for any choices that I make in any area of my life. And that is the same with you, my dear, okay? And the thing is that not many want that responsibility, and so they allow others to determine for them what they do. They give up their freedom so that they can be babied through life, making no decisions of their own. You cannot be one of those people. You are called to impact millions, to make millions. You cannot choose to live a life of luxury and significance. Not many will heed the call. They'll want it, but they won't be able to do what it takes, because there will be many, many, many that want you to feel guilty for thinking that you can leave your current station in life and start to do whatever you choose to do. They will think you're being irresponsible, and they'll tell you about it. They will think you are selfish, and you may be tempted to believe them for a second. And therefore, you keep playing the small game. Leader, you are different from most. You cannot afford to listen to the norms telling you how to create a significant, wealthy life. They don't know how to do it. And yes, on the path to what you want, to fulfilling your call, there will be setbacks, okay? And some will try to make you feel like it is some kind of sign that you shouldn't be on the narrow path at all. Just like I did, you smile, you discharge yourself from their advice, and you keep moving forward. Your success is inevitable if you will stay on the path and do the work you are born to do. Yes, 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 I am still healing. And there may be any number of things that I have to handle on the path to what I've chosen for my body. But this is what I know. The initial decision was not wrong, okay? Yes, you are still on the path to the life that you feel called to live. And there will be many distractions, many obstacles on the path to getting there. But know this, the initial decision to step into your calling was not wrong, okay? Do not allow the regular setbacks of life to deter you from getting what you want. And honey, stop trying to do it alone. Stop listening to norms. Instead, put yourself in a place where you are surrounded by leaders who are on their own narrow path as well, and they get where you're at. Okay? They've faced it, or they're facing their own obstacles and distractions, and they are staying on path. You want those kind of people around you. Okay? And I have created a space for people like us, and it is called the Deliberate Millionaire Fast Track Group. You can join us now by going to dmfasttrack.com. Again, it's dmfasttrack.com. Leader, it is time to fight for and to deliberately design the life you were born to live because you want to. Until the next time, bye.